Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wa salatu wa salamu ala Sayyidil Mursaleen wa ala alihi wa sahabati ajma'in. Amma ba'd. فقد قال رسول عليه الصلاة والسلام فوالله ما الفقر أخشى عليكم ولكني أخشى أن تبسط الدنيا عليكم كما بسطت على من كان قبلكم فتنافسوها كما تنافسوها فتهلككم كما أهلكتهم. متفق عليه من حديث عمر بن العوف الأنصاري رضي الله عنه. So this is the culmination of a long hadith which mentions Sayyidina Abu Ubaidah ibn al-Jarrah radiallahu anhu bringing a large amount of wealth from Bahrain for distribution among the Muslims in Medina. So after Salat al-Fajr, and the people had drawn close to Rasul alayhi salatu wasalam in anticipation of the wealth to be distributed, so Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam smiled at them lovingly saying, I think you've heard that Abu Ubaidah has come from Bahrain with something. Yani with some wealth, a large amount of wealth for distribution. They said, right, exactly. So Nabi alayhi salatu wasalam replied, rejoice and hold your hopes high for what will delight you. Yani, so, in other words, what you're looking forward to, definitely you'll get it. Don't worry about that. But something more important than that, Nabi Sallallahu took this opportunity to make the statement, grasping the opportunity to teach them a very fundamental principle and warn them about the ignorance and the neglect of this very principle. So he basically says to them, by Allah, it's not poverty that I fear for you. Rather, I fear that the world will be abundantly spread out and granted to you as it was spread out and granted to those people who came before you. And thereafter you will vie one another and compete for it just as they did. Then it will destroy you as it destroyed them. So don't we see, there's a rinse and repeat of this whole phenomenon today. The same type of phenomena is going on in front of our very eyes. Don't we see the looming destruction that we're bringing about by our own hands? History tells us that such and such nation was overpowered and destroyed by another nation. Whereas in reality, nations bring about their own demise, succumbing to the deception and the intoxication of the love of the worldly. While the love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Rasul alayhi salatu and the eternal abode, they proportionately vanish from sight. So, to the extent that we run after the world, to that extent does Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, His Rasul and the eternal abode vanish from our sight and from our objective. So there's much to be said here, and inshallah, hopefully we'll have a session dedicated to this theme. Wabillahi tabarak wal tawfiq. In the meantime, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant me and all of us the tawfiq to realize this reality and save us from the deception and the intoxication of this world, and grant us with an overpowering love of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala Himself and His Rasul and the eternal abode. Wabillahi tabarak wa ta'ala tawfiq. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.